The girls, Anna, Olivia and Banta, met the next morning at the stream. "Do you think Beauty will come to the dance?" Banta asked. "It better not," Olivia replied. "If she shows up, no one will even look at us. The prince will choose her instantly. Then we make sure she doesn't come," Anna said. Their plan started with pretending to like her. A few days later, they came to her house, smiling from ear to ear, carrying roasted groundnuts and fruit as a peace offering. She almost fainted from surprise. They said they were sorry for how they treated her, that they had grown up and wanted to be friends. Her mother, Nne, didn't believe it for 1 second. She pulled her daughter aside that evening and said, "Ogma, be careful. Snakes don't change. They just shed skin." But Beauty's heart was tired of loneliness. She wanted to believe people could change. The girl started visiting almost every day. They'd laugh with her, braid her hair, and compliment her dance steps. She began to trust them again, even though something in Une's eyes said she shouldn't. One afternoon, while they were at her house, she showed them the outfit she planned to wear to the dance. They gasped and said it was beautiful. "You look like a goddess," Banta said with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. She didn't notice then, but that was the smile of a wolf admiring its prey. Later, they gathered outside whispering to each other. They decided to dig a pit in the bush, and they would lure Beauty there on the day of the ceremony. They would push her into the pit, injuring her and ruining her chances of participating in the ceremony. The girls set out to the bush, carrying shovels and hoes. They began to dig using the sharp tools to break through the earth. They toiled for days, sweating and grunting as they walked. Their hatred for Beauty fueled their determination, and they kept digging until the pit was deep and wide enough for their plan. The morning of the dance arrived, and Nna woke her early. She hugged her tightly and whispered, "Don't follow them anywhere. Go to the palace alone. I had a strange dream." Beauty promised she'd be careful. Nna headed to the palace to join the other women in cooking for the occasion. A few hours later, she saw the girls walking towards their compound, all dressed in bright colors, looking like flowers in full bloom. "Beauty," Olivia called, "we came to go with you. Let's take a shortcut through the bush. We don't want anyone seeing our clothes before we reach the palace." She hesitated, but my mother said, Don't tell me you're still listening to that old woman's superstitions," Anna interrupted, rolling her eyes. "We're all friends now, aren't we?" Beauty smiled weakly. Her heart said, "Don't go," but her mind said they've changed. They walked together, laughing, talking about how the prince might look. Beauty felt happy, genuinely happy for the first time in months. Then, as they got deeper into the bush, the laughter died down. The path grew narrow and quiet. She noticed the bird had stopped singing. Her chest tightened, but before she could ask why they were taking that particular route, Anna turned and said, "This way, Beauty, the path is smoother." When she stepped forward, she didn't see it coming. The ground gave way beneath her. She screamed, a scream so loud it felt like it tore the air apart, and she fell into a deep pit. Her legs hit something hard. Pain shot through her. She looked up, dazed, covered in dirt, her head spinning. Above her, the girl stood at the edge of the hole, staring down with cruel smiles. "Look at you, Beauty," Anna said. "The village beauty, the queen-to-be. You want to dance, right? Dance there." They burst into laughter, their voices echoing through the trees. Her heart pounded. "Please, help me," she begged, her voice shaking. "Why are you doing this?" But they just watched her. "You think you're better than us?" Olivia sneered. "Let's see if the prince will still want you now." And with that, they turned their backs and walked away. She screamed until her voice cracked, clawing at the walls of the pit, but it was too deep. The sky slowly dimmed as the sun began to set, and she was left there, broken, shivering, surrounded by darkness. And that was when it hit her. She was trapped, and no one was coming to save her. And she knew she was in serious trouble.